up, everybody? How are we doing today? It is Thursday. Leslie over on Twitter. Yeah, it's Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. Sharing the stream. Good morning, Ms. Leslie. How are you? How have you been? What's been going on? Come on over to Twitch and chat with us if you want, if you can, if you dare, whatever those words are. Camera view go. Oh, what's up, buddy? Look at this guy walking in the New York chill with a scarf on, looking dapper.
It's a big, thick neck.
You got
Got a
big, thick neck.
Thick neck.
What's up, man? How you been?
Good. You said, I dare you. And I answered the call. So I came.
Look, I could have said, I dare you to eat ketchup. Don't rage quit on me, dude. I was just messing around.
No, I still have a little bit of there's like a pit in my stomach. It's like, I got to do it then. Maybe it's a competitive side of me. I don't know. I'm not sure what it is.
Guys, Ryan can be controlled.
I can. My words are powerful.
Good morning, MP. How you doing, buddy?
What's going on?
I feel a little MP-esque today. The dude's like my hero. So I've been working out for the last 14 days straight. And it just like I had a little MP moment this morning when I was like, feels good. Feels good to just get it in every day. Make it a minimum, a bare minimum. And I know you and BroFit and a lot of other people do it too, but MP's just the one I mostly see on my feed because he's there. He's there, showing up every day.
MP, great job. Can you somehow talk Dom into getting a mirror selfie though? Because then it would really help us understand and know that he did it.
They never look as good as MPs. So like I've taken a couple and I'm just like,
take it for yourself then. That's all good.
I don't know if it's a body image thing, you know, like I'm sure I know his original, like I remember his first ones, like and especially because he's shown them recently, the change that has been made.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know that they're not meant to look amazing. Ryan posted a sweet exercise video today to love that lat pull down.
Yeah, the lat. Anyway, it's great. MP, you are a hero, Dom. You need some mirror pictures when you're feeling confident again. That'll be good. So
yeah, I had the pleasure.
I was having a thought this morning. Can I share my thought?
Go ahead. Do it.
Wait, no. You were in the middle of saying your thought, so you were beating me to it. So go ahead.
I was following up with MP. I said I had the pleasure of doing a lat pull down tutorial and exercise live in person with Ryan at the National in our hotel gym. So if it was anything like that moment, like Ryan's goated.
I just kept slapping your lats. I was like, you feel that? You feel that right there? You feel that?
That was the best part of National. And the other best part of National is knowing your hatred of ketchup and then watching Blaze just put ketchup all over his breakfast like it was a syrup on a pancake. Just like looking at Ryan's face.
It doesn't make sense to me.
Go back to your thought.
Makes sense.
Don't lose it.
No, it's okay. I wasn't going to lose it. There's like a deeper thought. Can I share a deeper thought? Are we there right now? Is that okay?
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's go deep before Jason gets here.
I feel like Jason will delay because I'm here though. So I'll have to. But I have to. It's not that late. It's good. My thought was this: is like, tell me if anyone else is in this feeling with being a dad, being a parent, I guess, because it could relate to anybody. But I feel like I'm going to use the word sacrifice, but we're going to be open-minded because I'm using it loosely because it's not sacrifice from a negative standpoint. But I definitely have like put a lot of time I put a lot of time into this morning routine with my girls because my wife had she got a new job and all that kind of stuff too.
Mhm.
But I'm realizing that like I'm at that moment where like I feel in 10 years I'm gonna look back and be like, man, you really had a decision to make to help the family out. Um, and spend more time with the kids or really kind of push back on things and like take on more clients and do this and that. And I feel like I'm not in a moment of like good business, a good business mindset. I'm like, I'm just not like driven to get more clients. So there's other things that I'm doing right now to like take care of that. But what's my main thought? My main thought is like it's just this feeling of like it is hard to be like do I want to sacrifice the time with my kids? Or rather no, do I any time like not focusing on my business um and spending more time with my kids? The answer is like yes. Just a thought. I don't know. I don't really have a complete thought. It's just like I feel like I'm like in that moment. You know when you're like in the moment, you're like, oh yeah, okay, this is it. This is like when a lot of people kind of talk about
Mhm.
choosing like your kids over work. Does
Yeah.
that make sense? Are we there with my incomplete thought? I feel like I'm giving 60. I need 40 back from
Okay.
piecing it
I
together.
mean, MP wrote, "You are putting your kids and family first." So I don't think anyone here would argue against that. I think you and I have talked a little bit is that, there and I think David would maybe be a good person to kind of circle back with, like someone with older kids, is like your kids are at an age where they need you the most or they still need you the most. Like
Yeah.
obviously they needed you the most when they were babies and infants, but maybe you didn't have as much time because you really had to grow the business because you're having to afford all these things that new babies and infants
Ugh,
need. Now that
daycare,
you're
daycare. My
Yeah,
God.
now that you're a little bit more established and you can take a little time off and your wife has switched into a role where she can't or she's more needed in that early morning hour and you have the flexibility and you get to actually like run the dad show, the parenting in the morning and kind of get your feet wet in that a little different way than maybe you had previously. It's good for you. It's good for you. It's good for the kids. They get to see you handle, that role that maybe you didn't handle before. They get another side of you. They get more time with you. There's nothing wrong with it at all. I mean,
Yeah.
there's always gonna be work and there's always gonna be clients. Like you're still young. And in 10 years, or maybe even just in like 6 years, when your kids are both teenagers, um, no, that's not quite the math, but when they're older and more independent, then you can like double, triple down on work because, when they get to be like my older kids' age, they only really need you for those 9 minutes a day. They don't want you more than that sometimes, and then heavy on the weekends or some good travel moments.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely don't feel like it's wrong. I think it's just
No.
like it's the feeling of kind of like where I'm at. And I think the biggest shift for me and the hardest thing, and if anyone else has this, I'd love to know, is like the desire to like I know what it feels like to want to build my business, like and like build something. It's just like that fire's not there. So I mean, what I've done is I've moved myself, and it's also within my industry, but I moved myself to kind of like working for other companies right now, which is kind of like the big push, like kind of where a lot of dietitians are anyway. But
Hmm.
it's just a weird feeling. I'm just kind of sharing it.
So you can have someone handle like the back end stuff and the client,
Totally.
getting the clients and invoicing or just whatever, like the mundane office stuff and you can
The-
just
yeah.
focus in
But
for a couple hours.
it's the things that take me away from my family mentally, emotionally, and physically. Like talking with a client is the easy thing. It's all the stuff in the back end. So it's like that's kind of where I'm at. And so I think that's like the only thing, and then I'll stop talking about this, is like then once I have that time back and the kids are like, more self-sufficient,
Yeah.
like, am I still gonna be working for someone? So it's just like it's a little bit of the unknown. Anyway, last thing I'm gonna say is that look what I found on the ground. I found this little keychain, little boombox. Do kids even know what this is anymore?
That's cool.
What? Just garbage.
Walking through the streets of New York, picking up trash.
It's just my job
Hey,
right now.
how was DC? I mean, good morning, Jason, I guess we could say. He's down there so patient and so quiet. But
Good morning. I'm just being an observant 46-year-old. You can keep going, right?
tell us about DC.
DC, DC. Oh well, we had some friends that moved down there,
Hmm.
and I lived in DC for some time, so it was like nice to kind of head over there and see some things that changed, and always nice to see a different area. So, but I lost my headphones. I lost my headphones
Mm,
on the mall, and then on the National Mall in like the grass area. And
hmm.
then I watched all night. They didn't move at all. And I was like, I got to get up early in the morning. And it's the first time I've really like drank heavily in a long time. So I was like really
Oh, okay.
hungover, but I got on a scooter and I scooted down there. Do you know how much I spent on a scooter for like 20 minutes? I was on a scooter for 20 minutes. Spent $30. These Uber scooters. My God, I just should have bought new headphones. Ugh.
Did you get you? But you got him though, right?
I got him. This is funny. So I'm like I'm walking up to where I see them on the map, right? Kind of find my app.
Uh huh.
And this woman at the same time as I'm like, well, like they haven't moved at all. Like all night they haven't moved. I watched, like no one touched them. And then as I'm walking up, I like press the little sound thing to like find them. And like as I'm like walking over, I'm like maybe like 30 feet from them, some woman on a dog with the dog like comes over and she's like, she was there. No one else is around. And she like picks them up off of the ground. She's like looking at them. I was like, oh, those my headphones? And I was like, I was like, I just saw you. I didn't know if she like thought that was like, did you think I stole them? I was like, oh, I don't know. But I was like, well, thanks a lot. I guess I'll see you later. Like, I think that so I took them. But I feel like it was like this like single woman with like a dog. And I was wondering if like she was like younger, I guess. Like, so in my mind, I'm thinking she's like single. I wonder if like in her mind, she was like, this is gonna be it. This is where I'm gonna like meet the guy. And he's like, nope, he just took him and left. So like life is hard. So anyway, that was my story.
It was almost a meet cute story, but then you're like married with two kids.
Gotta go. Got kids. I'm also really hungover. I'm not used to this. So it was fun.
Oh,
Jason, how's your
it's
birthday though?
Good morning, guys.
good morning. Good
Ryan.
morning.
Okay, so I woke up at 6:27 because got a really good hike in yesterday. I'm really happy I did it. It made
He
the day
did it,
awesome.
y'all.
I'm feeling it a little bit today, more than I would have in past years. But as I was listening to you talk, Ryan, I'm much more happy hearing you say that you're wondering and kind of burnt out on the business side instead of trying to find your way and build your time with your family instead. So I think you're doing the right thing.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I feel like it definitely is good. I feel like I think like money is a little bit less. And I think like it came up in conversation recently of like, hey, what is going on right now? And it was like, well, I mean, if we want to look at it like that, I don't know. It's like there's no dire moment. It's just like oh, okay, yeah, kind of noticed it. What are we doing about it? But it's a little bit like, do we put a value on the time that we have with the kids? Like you had changed your job because obviously I'm talking to Lauren about this. But it's like nothing negative. It's not. It's a different kind of feeling, and I think it's just it's a change of mentality, which I'm sure a lot of people like. I think within gender roles, women had to do this more often than men. Um,
Hmm.
and so it's that feeling of, am I a different person right now? Like, will things be like, should things be different? Should I be doing something different right now? at no moment do I feel like I'm doing the wrong thing. It
Yeah.
just feels as if what is to come next, and do I have to position myself differently? So, but it's kind of an unknown.
I would
Yeah, I
say
would say it's sorry, go ahead.
if you're with your kids and you have that little sprinkling of financial anxiety from not having as much work or not focusing on work, I'd say you're probably doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Without burning yourself out. I mean, that's kind of the way we've been operating since forever. Is like I've stayed in teaching, even though like once every there's like definitely like one day a month where I'm like, maybe I should like find another job that pays more. Because you know, there's always like, man, it would be so nice if like we didn't have to worry about money all the time. We don't worry about it all the time, but it's not like we're swimming in extra income.
Yeah,
it's like,
I hear that.
you know, our bills are mostly paid. We eat every day, and we see the kids every day, and I feel like we're making the right decisions for now. So I think you're doing fine. If you're with your kids and you're taking that on and putting that number one, then you're good.
Yeah, again, there's nothing with me feeling it's wrong. I think it's just feeling like it's that feeling of the unknown. But to pivot, do you guys remember the it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your kids are?
Mm-hmm.
That was
Yeah.
just on my mind. I had nothing to follow that up with.
Where, Mom?
Well, mine last night was my wife drove my daughter out to Arizona for the night to go to a concert. So at about 10 p.m., the concert was ending and then they were driving home. I forgot to check the ring camera to see when they actually arrived, but when I woke up this morning, I did check and they were home. So I'm interested to see how that all went down, how that all felt for the both of them, how they're feeling this morning after probably getting home at like 1 or 2 a.m. I did get some pictures of like the seats they got. They got some really nice seats with really good view. They got like box seats, so they had like kind of like nice, comfortable like leather chairs with a table in between them. So they had like plenty of space. It's not like they were shoulder to shoulder with other people. So it looked like it was a pretty cool setup for them. So I'm sure I'll hear all about it today. And then because of them, that and some conversations previously with Amy, and because of where my work is and my jobs are right now, I'm taking like I'm kind of like alongside you, Ryan, right now. Like I'm taking a day off today, just gonna work from home because I
Yeah.
can, and I think that's what I was getting from your situation is like, if you can do it and you can survive it, even if it's just for a week, a month, 6 months, a year, like why not, take a back seat at some work and take the easy work right now and, rest on what you have already secured and take those moments to just be with your kids. Cause like we talk about all the time, and I'm sure David, like I said, the older parents can relate is, you only get those moments and then they move on and they do their own thing. Look, he's home, y'all. Uh-oh, he lagged out because of his Wi-Fi. He never learns.
Okay.
He never learns, man.
Tag team. I'm in. I'm back.
Jason.
Yeah.
Another Turner.
Yeah. So birthday.
There
It
he
was
is.
good. It was. I sent you guys a my little time capsule video. I didn't do any like long video up on the top of the mountain, but like one takeaway was, I don't know if you guys watched the video I sent you, but the hike was like it was difficult. It's by no means like a notable hike. It's like one that's, it's done by many people throughout the year. But the hardest part of that entire trip was for me was leaving the house. I took the day off. I was feeling great. So I gave myself that time, which I'm thankful for. Ryan was saying how he's kind of bouncing between family and job. And it's like, I have a job that if I'm feeling good, I can take the day off because it's my birthday.
Yeah.
I feel really happy and thankful about that. But leaving the house and leaving all of the things that I could have been doing that
Mhm.
are on my mind most of the time, that was probably the hardest part. And even like driving, like I was stressed about all the things that I could have gone home and caught up on. And even like starting the hike, I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll do like half of this and then go home so I can get home at a time and do other things. And I'm like, nope, you haven't. It's like I haven't done this hike in 10 years. And it's like one of the hikes that I've told myself I would do again at some point. And if I didn't do it today, then when's the next time I'm going to do it? So
Good decision.
that was a nice little refresher on choosing something and giving myself some time to do something that's important to me. And then now I'm refreshed. I'm not refreshed right now. I'm actually really tired because I went to bed. My alarm went off at 4 like it normally does. I went to bed at Dom time. And I said this to myself, I just need another 9 minutes of sleep. And I did that until 6:27, Dom.
From 4 to 6 p.m.
So I got to put my phone beneath my pillow so I would hear my alarm. And however many times in 2.5 hours is 9 minutes. That's what I did.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
But I'm happy. I'm centered. I'm waking up. Got my Celsius. My hair is on fire. It's on point. And I'm good. Ready. I'm ready for the next 364 days.
Let's go.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Is this it? Is this what starts your year?
I think I started the year off much better than staying home and doing things that are generally in the service of other people.
Yeah.
I feel like I started it off much better than I would have if I didn't go. I'm super thankful. Like my knees are good. Like I'm bouncing off of rocks. I ran downhill on rocks fairly well, like as well as I remember doing it like 10 years ago. My lungs are still there. My ankles are still mostly bulletproof. So it was a really nice little physical check-in with my body as a 45-year-old as well.
Good stuff.
Just some lifestyle choices seem to have paid off. So I was very satisfied with the day. Then I came home, got time with the family and the girls. Cupcakes. We had a wing night. It was good. It was a really nice, not scared about middle age at all night.
That's what someone says that's scared about middle age.
Or someone who was scared about middle age.
Yeah. I read the page and I just browsed it before passing out last night. If I were to bend this around Ryan's situation right now, it's kind of about like doing things for your kids that maybe you wouldn't do for anybody else, including your spouse. Like sucking boogers out of noses with a straw. Like, would you do that for your wife? I probably wouldn't. In fact, she'd probably push me away if I did that. But I would say if I'm
It's called a fetish.
just let me try it with just the tip. Just let me try it. Just let me put the tip in your nose and let's try it. If Ryan, if you were in the same situation with Lauren, but you didn't have your kids, would you be going back and forth through this little professional turmoil?
Well, I mean, I feel like the catalyst for all of this is it's the kids. So with no kids, I feel as if it wouldn't really exist.
Morning,
Which
Mama.
is like not something that I would want. Like it's just a waste of time even thinking about. So it's not. Yeah, I mean, it would just be different.
Yeah, you probably have some more time, obviously, But are you? But I would say that you wouldn't be you wouldn't be like juggling these two different lifestyle choices
What's up,
as
Mama Bear?
easily if you didn't have kids. Because I mean, having kids is really the time suck in the most positive way here.
Yeah, I don't think my mentality would be able to deal with uh just say stagnation. And so it's as if like I'm not stagnant because my energy and my mind is somewhere else. Could I be doing more? That's I think where the anxiety comes in, because the answer is always like, yeah, you could always be doing more. That doesn't mean that it is right to do more. And so like even last night, I know that we were trying to get Sloan to read something, and in my mind, I'm thinking like, I think we were trying to get her to read a certain way. The tradition, just thinking like sitting her at her desk, you got to read this, right? And I was like, okay, this isn't working because this isn't how her brain works. I know how her brain works. It's how my brain works. And I got a bunch of highlighters. I laid in the ground with her, and I said, hey, I'm going to win that sentence because I'm going to read it before you. And so I highlighted the sentence that I read, and she was like, wait, you can't win that sentence. And she read the next sentence. And so I got her to read her homework because we were playing this game. And I know for sure that if there was a work thing that I had to do, I wouldn't have been able to have that moment and been creative. And like, that's kind of like where things are right now. So it's like, could I be doing more? Yes, but at the expense of, I think, something even more detrimental. So
Yep.
that's kind of where I'm at. I do have to jump for a client though.
Thanks for stopping by, buddy.
But I love you guys.
It's good to
Yeah,
see
of
you.
course. Yeah, you too. Love you both. Love you all. Mama Bear, MP, everyone. I'll see you soon.
Thank you, buddy.
Good to see you,
Thank you.
Ryan.
Not getting end.
I was just gonna say, don't end the show. Just
it's okay.
swipe
I'm just
up.
gonna get swipe.
Good screenshot. If I can't be here, then nobody's going to be here. Good morning, Dom. I also have to jump.
Chat's dead.
I have
The
to get
chat
my
died today.
Yeah.
Where
Little-
is everybody at? I can't see the back end, so I don't know who's our lurkers or anything like that. But if any of you are out there, good morning. We love you. Thank you for showing up. Yeah, something always loses. Exactly. There's not enough moments in the day. Um, but I think I know for a fact that Ryan stepping down a little bit from work and not out there grinding and hustling, like, I'm so happy for him. Like, he had to take on the role of being the homebody in the morning because his wife's new job is more demanding of her time at a certain, like a certain start time hour. Like, it's more like yours where it's like a standard 8 to 5 or whatever.
Mhm.
And so if that's the case, like, another parent or a grandparent has to step in because the kids have the most demanding hour of the kid's life is those 2 hours leading up to 8 o'clock because they have their standard 8 to 5 called school. And what a bummer that whole situation is, and how that makes all of us feel. Like, I'm sure people like Mama Bear who homeschool their kids and have a retired husband, that's way easier. Like, to be able to have that freedom. I'm
Yeah.
not saying it's
I mean,
easier.
I'm
I'll
sure.
take that back.
I'm sure there's other challenges that come with that, but
Yeah.
I'm much more happier hearing Ryan.
Yep. That's where I was going.
Yeah, I'm much more. I might be like a little bit more concerned if I were to jump in and hearing Ryan say like, it's like, how do I start hanging out with my kids now that I've put my business to the side? It's like, how do I get my kids to get to know me? That would be that would be more concerning. So I think Ryan's doing fine.
Yeah.
Okay, I got to go.
All right, dude.
I got to wake up.
Thanks for swinging in here after your birthday. I'm glad you had a good one and enjoyed your day.
Yeah.
Glad you went on that hike. That was awesome. Just happy to see it get done.
It was good.
Yeah.
All right.
Love
I
you,
will
buddy.
see you.
Have a good day. Later, everybody. See you tomorrow. And music. Sorry, that was not a good fade in.